Alright, so the whole point of this video is to build the dumbest settlement in Fallout 4. And what better place to do that than Sparkle Island? I mean, just look at it. The name alone sounds like some half-baked tourist trap. But no, this is where greatness will be forged and my new empire will rise up against the Wasteland. Don't question it, okay? This is art. So I wake up on this beautiful island in the middle of nowhere and something happens. I woke up and realized I wet the bed. Yeah. No, seriously, I'm not even kidding. I'm standing there in my own puddle like some kind of Fallout 4 nightmare. I had to go for a run to dry off the urine. I'm like a gazelle, but if the gazelle was a giant dumbass with a waterlogged suit. And then, I kid you not, I've brought something, a dead shark washed up on the shore. As any sane person would, I decided that the only logical thing was to assert my dominance on the shark by teabagging it. Yeah, that's right, teabag a dead shark. Why? Because I could. What are you gonna do about it? It's my island, my fucking rules, get over it. I'm now officially on a mission to build the dumbest settlement ever. And trust me, it's gonna be huge. So naturally, I start by clearing up the land. Gotta make space for my inevitable genius, right? Seriously though, I'm chopping down every tree I see, just making the entire island look like a bad edition of House Hunters. It's all part of the plan. I'm basically a sort of a pioneer, you know, a visionary. Except instead of discovering a new continent, I'm just hacking the hell out of a bunch of poor trees. Alright, so I've cleared up a bunch of space. Now we need to talk about welcoming my future settlers. Every settlement needs to make a good first impression, right? I can't have people coming in here feeling like they don't matter. So I make sure that they have something to dry their feet. And how do I do that? With foot mats. Yeah, foot mats at the shore. No, seriously, I'm putting these mats down so my future settlers can step off their boat and immediately wipe their feet. Because that's exactly what a true home should offer. No shoes, no service. The mat's like a little reminder. Better clean up before you enter my kingdom. It's an act of hospitality, really. Just imagine your settler coming from across the ocean, just hoping to find some peace and food, and then you see an ocean of mats to welcome you. Do you not feel loved? Speaking of welcoming, I decided every proper settlement needs an entrance. But I'm not about basic entrances. Nah, I'm thinking outside the box here. I place a gate that leads straight into the ocean. I have a functional gate where you can navigate to absolutely nowhere. You can literally walk right into it and, well, drown, I guess. Maybe a great way to start the day. Who needs barriers when you have salt water? I'm a genius, right? Anyway, for security reasons, I figured, hey, let's make sure no one gets through the ocean gate. So I just fire a fat man shell at it. Yeah, because why not? A nuclear bomb feels like the safest bet when it comes to keeping people away. Just deterrent stuff, you know. Alright, so now we're going to get to the important stuff. Utilities. This isn't just some piss poor settlement. We need to survive out here. And what's one thing that people can't live without? Water. And that's right. You might have heard of it. It's kind of a big deal around here, but look at me. Luckily, I don't need to worry about basic survival skills like fishing, hunting, or scavenging. Nah, I got this, the water pump. It's practically ready to go, and that means one thing. I'm basically running state-of-the-art, top-tier water treatment facility now. But you know, me being me, I'm not about to just give my settlers easy access to water. So I do what any reasonable leader would do, and I wall off the whole pump. Yeah, that's right. I literally take the pump and surround it with 4 metal walls. Just completely seal it off. I mean, they can see the water and they know it's there, but they just can't touch it. Prime Planet people really instills a sense of respect, doesn't it? Water's overrated anyway. Alright, enough of the water nonsense. It's time to move on to some real architecture. I've got grand plans for this place, visionary plans. So I start building and building and building and building. You'd think I was trying to recreate the Tower of Babel. And that's actually what I was trying to do. But honestly, I just end up with, well, this monstrosity. It's a tower, right? Or I like to think it is. No one really knows what it is. It's a work in progress, like my entire life really. And then there's the most amazing part, the walkway. Look at this thing. I've created a walkway that, well, goes absolutely nowhere. Like seriously, it ends mid-air. I'm not even sure how it's holding up, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It looks cool, okay? You can't teach it this kind of art. I mean, I'm sure we'll find some use for it later, maybe as a tourist attraction. Who wouldn't pay to visit a floating death trap, right? I'm definitely going to have to start charging an entrance fee. Anyway, back to the real architecture. This is where I get serious. I want to build something really massive. I've got my eyes on a pyramid. Yep, a whole ass pyramid. I'm going all in on this one. Egypt, step aside. I'm about to build the most inefficient, structurally unsound pyramid ever created in a Fallout game. Now let's be clear, this isn't an Egyptian pyramid. This is a pyramid that's probably going to collapse on itself the moment you blink. But you know what? Now that I'm standing on top of it, it kind of makes me feel like the king of this island. A pyramid that has a purpose, exactly how I like my build it. Now we can't forget about leisure. Leisure. How the fuck it's pronounced. My settlers need entertainment. They can't just work all day. That would be cruel and unusual. So what do? I build a basketball court. Basically just attach hoops to that, walkway that's floating in the middle of nowhere. One wrong move, I need to splash down into the ocean like a failed NBA dunk attempt. It's truly the future of sports, folks. Because what's a basketball court without security? I throw in 2 turrets facing each other for absolutely no reason. But it's there, and that's part of the charm. Because, what's more fun than basketball? Basketball with gunfire. Alright, so it's time to get back to the important stuff. Food. The settlers gotta eat, right? Can't let them starve, really. So I plant a couple of tomatoes. They'll need to be well fed so that they'll be strong and ready to take on the Commonwealth. And if they're lucky, they'll avoid stepping on any of the mines that I placed while they're at it. Yeah, I've decided to surround my precious tomatoes with a bunch of mines and turrets. I mean, I'm not a monster, I'm just keeping my settlers on their toes. A little prank here and there keeps them on their mind, gives them on their toes, Alright folks, time to step up my game. A water purifier, but not just any itsy bitsy water purifier. I'm talking about an industrial grade, high-tech premium water purifier that will bring all the fresh crisp water my settlers could ever need. But hold on, there's a problem. It's a boring purifier that makes boring water. I mean, sure it makes water, but what does water even taste like? Bland. Exactly. Boring, tasteless, and frankly, just sad. So I'm thinking, hey, I know what this water needs. It needs a little spice, a little kick. So what do? I take several irradiated fatman shells and just fire them into the water. That's a water purifier I can be proud of. The kind of water that stains your soul just by looking at it. This isn't just hydration, this is an experience, and I think my settlers are gonna absolutely fucking love it. Now, every good water purifier needs power, right? And when I say power, I mean the kind of power that could light up an entire city. But instead of going for something practical, I just slap down 21 large generators all in one place. Don't even connect them to anything. Why? Because I'm trying to maximize pollution on the island. Let's get some toxins in the air. It's all about the atmosphere. You want green energy? Who needs it when you can have gritty energy? The air's thick enough to cut with a fucking knife, and you can practically taste the fumes every time you open your mouth to talk. It's perfect for anyone who likes their lungs like they like their settlements damaged. Sure, it doesn't do anything for the settlers, but you know what it does do? It's a statement that says I'm a leader who doesn't care about basic infrastructure. All I care about is chaos. And if the settlers don't like it, well, they can go stand outside and fuck themselves. Okay, so it's getting late, and honestly, if I don't sleep soon, I'm probably gonna wet the bed again. So I rush to my little shack, don't judge me, and jump into my bed. I'm about to catch some shut-eye, and honestly, I deserve it after all this hard work. So I lay down, feeling pretty damn good about myself. This island's turning out exactly how I envisioned it. A toxic wasteland of glory, a paradise of absolute chaos. I am king now. The settlers will love it. When I wake up though, oh man, this is where the magic happens. I open my eyes to see a thick cloud of smoke hanging in the air from all the generators. It's like a giant cloud of doom is hovering over my island. It's definitely a beautiful sight, and it's like I've created my very own personal apocalypse, and it's perfect. Also, GTA 6 trailer 2 is out. I don't know why I'm saying this mid-video, but please just fucking subscribe or something. I'm begging. Now, I've done a lot of things today, but there's one thing I overlooked. The outhouse. I mean, sure, it's out in the back, hidden away from the rest of the settlement, but what happens if a settler is doing their business and some raider decide to pop spy? So what do? I place a laser turret right on top of the outhouse, because who wouldn't want to have that laser aimed up their ass while they're taking a shit? It's all about security. But wait, there's more. This island needs to be protected, not just by turrets, but by something that really represents power. So I place a statue of a man and a lion. Why? No one knows. It's just there standing proud next to a bunch of radioactive barrels. I mean, I guess I thought that maybe there might be enough radiation from the barrels to bring them to life. I mean, if this was a movie, that totally would happen, right? So I just stand there praying for that radioactive juju to kick in and make the statue come to life. The world's got enough weird shit happening already, so why not add a sentient statue to the list? Speaking of entertainment, let's not forget the most important thing. The settlers need something to keep their minds busy when they're not working, something to bond over. So I grabbed 3 toilet seats and placed them right next to each other, like some kind of toilet throne room. This is where the magic happens. No longer will my settlers have to poop in private and alone. Now they will poop together, the true meaning of community. And just to make sure they're having the time of their lives, I placed 3 televisions in front of them so they can have a real bonding experience while they take care of their business. Alright, so I'm casually wandering around Sparkle Island trying to figure out what I do next, and I get this wild idea. No real explanation, no thought process. I just think, what will really make this place pop? And the blink of an eye, I decide that the island needs 23 baseball statues. Yeah, that's basically it. There's no context. Really. It could be a metaphor for something, who knows? But hey, that's the Sparkle Island way, baby. Okay, enough of the basketball nonsense. Let's get back to business. Pollution? Yeah, you heard me right, pollution. You might be wondering why ashtrays. Well, you see, I've got a bunch of generators that are spewing toxic fumes and radiation all over the place like it's no one's business. So it's basically a smoking hot mess. So I figured, why not embrace it? These ashtrays are put, in a pretty interesting shape, to say the least, if you get what I mean. I mean, with the kind of pollution this place is emitting, I might as well turn it into a vibe. At this point, with all the smoke in the air, the settlers might as well be smoking too. It's not even passive anymore, they're getting hit with second-hand cloud of doom. It's all weird, but it somehow works. And now we're getting to the real fun part, commerce. Look, every great dictatorship, government, needs to make some serious coin, right? I need a source of income to keep this chaotic machine running. Put on my capitalist hat and bam, an idea hits me like a nuke. Build a shopping center. But not just any shopping center, oh no. I'm talking about a mega mall, the kind of mall that makes the Dubai Mall, a mall of America, look like a couple of street vendors selling stale popcorn. And so I start planning it out. In my mind, this place is going to be a masterpiece. I'm talking about the kind of mall that will make Jeff Bezos weep in envy. I clear a massive space. Massive. This is going to be the mecca of commerce, the crown jewel of Sparkle Island. I start drawing out the floor plan with an unhinged, feverish energy. The first thing I build is a general store, because obviously every mall needs one of those. But then something hits me. We can't just have a store with nothing exciting in it. We need power. And by power, I mean an armor and weapons stand right next to it. But wait, it gets better. I forgot one crucial thing, a bar. Because what's a shopping center without a bar? Nothing screams luxury like getting your armor and assault rifle at one counter, then heading to the bar to get sloshed before continuing your shopping spree. Safety first. Capitalism at its finest. Across from that, I slap down a clothing shack because hey, you gotta look good while fighting off raiders, right? And because I'm all about immersion, I slap a waffle sign on it. Why? Because when you think fashion, you definitely think waffles. I'm just bringing class to the Wasteland, baby. But don't worry, I didn't forget about the gun store. I placed the candy sign right there to lure people in, because nothing says healthy snack like some candy next to an arsenal of weaponry. And maybe, just maybe, they'll end up biting the dust. Or just biting into a candy bar instead. Either way, it's a win. I'm sorry if I sound a bit weird, I think my nose just got blocked, so yeah, fucking hell. So now you're probably sitting there thinking, okay, but where are all the settlers gonna sleep? Are they gonna sleep under the stairs in the dirt next to fallout radiation? And to that I say, don't worry, I've got it all planned out. You see, this mega mall isn't just about shopping. It's a lifestyle. I decided to add living quarters right above the mall. But don't get too excited, these aren't luxury apartments. These are just cramped sleeping bags right next to each other. So yeah, the settlers will be living in the aisles, getting up at the crack of dawn, shopping for armor and waffles, and trying to survive the capitalist dream. It's a true testament to my vision of Sparkle Island. You get to live and work in the same spot. No need to rest, no need for comfort, just pure unrelenting work in a 24/7 commerce zone. It's the American dream. If the American dream was a dystopian nightmare, Why everyone's too tired to even think about escape. Now, the old pyramid, gone. I realized that my previous pyramid was just a starter pyramid, a poor attempt to showcase my power. So I decided it's time to scrap it. No more petty pyramids. It's time to build something bigger and more reflective of my vast and infinite power. A pyramid that makes the people quake in fear. The pyramid that says, I'm fucking in charge. But while the pyramid was under construction, I had another thought. If I'm going to be the ruler of Sparkle Island, I need to oversee my kingdom in style, so I built 4 couches on top of the pyramid. But not just any couches, mind you. These couches are placed so they face away from each other because I don't need any distractions. I plopped down on the first couch and it hits me. I'm the master of all I survey. My water pump, forever encased behind 4 metal walls, will never let the settlers have fresh water. The Tower of Babel is still standing, just like me. It's an engineering marvel, a testament to my will and indomitable spirit of the human. Indomitable human spirit. What the fuck am I saying? And just for fun, I add some mines around the sleeping bags, so you know, in case any settler gets too comfortable. Nothing says stay awake and work like an explosion under your feet when you roll over in your sleep. So now that my state-of-the-art settlement is all set up, I realize it's missing one crucial thing: the people. Where are they? Who will live in this magnificent disaster I've created? Well, the answer is pretty obvious. I need to recruit them. So I head over to Diamond City where I can snag some settlers. I'll have to sell them on this paradise I've made. I mean, sure, it's a radioactive wasteland, but hey, at least the shopping's good, right? They won't be able to resist the Sparkle Island mega mall. At least that's what I tell myself as I head out. But that's a story for another day, so make sure you subscribe because part 2 is going to be wild. Thank you very much, and yeah, I hit 500 subscribers about a month ago and I didn't get the time, so guys, thank you, because I was in school. That is also why I've not uploaded, but I'm back now. I'm done with my exams, and yeah, I look forward to reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year.